Alright guys, welcome back. So these should be the final version of the rear diffuser here. So I'm going to piece it all together and see the final fitment. We should be pretty damn close. You know, I've been gone, if you see my other episodes, the farm edition. I showed you what I'm doing. I know some people didn't care for it, but yeah, so anyway, this is what we're gonna do. We're just gonna start gluing them together, piecing them together, and put it all together and see how well it fits underneath, and then we'll go from there. I think that's gonna be pretty much our final fit, and then we can do the final forming with you know, the Bondo and fiberglass. So basically I'm just going to glue all the big areas, and then, like I said, take that hot iron and melt all these pieces together. That way it forms a nice, sturdy, rigid piece. And now that I'm back, we can start working back on the car. It's still 100 degrees down here for some damn reason. Needs to cool down a little bit, but we're getting closer. And of course I got the inside, you know, painted the inside and did the weather stripping, so that's just near done. So I just got to do the rear end and get that painted, and I want to redo the front too. You know, there's a few things that I've noticed that but I'd like to reshoot the paint, but that's just a scuff and repaint, so that's no big deal. That's because everything's nice and straight up there. So that won't take very long, but we'll get the back done, and you know, hopefully here shortly it'll be done, up and running, and you know, everything will be back together, and we'll get, you know, back on the road. I've driven around the block a few times here and there, you know, but nothing. I haven't been driving it around like anything crazy or nothing. So all right, let me go ahead and start piecing things together. All right, so what we're gonna do, we're just gonna go back to this and start my plastic welding. I'm finding that it's probably just easier. I mean, you can glue it, but I'm finding it's easier just to kind of hold it in place where you need to on these corners, and just go ahead and do your little, what I like to call plastic welding. You know, just take your hot iron, hold it in place, and you're just gonna just melt it together in just a little section. Hold it in place where it gets, you know, starts getting a little warm and hot, and try and just get it in little sections where it's going to hold together. So once you get like 2 spots like that, and you hold it in place where you want it, that seems to work the best. Just let it sit a little bit until that plastic melts together and it forms, and see, and it creates a nice little hard shell, and then you can go back and do the rest. So now that I got this side, I'll just go on this side real quick and just put a little plastic weld, as I'm calling it. Let that sit. Just get that in like two little areas, kind of like a tack weld, you know. So it holds it like that, and then once it's in there, it's pretty flush for the most part. So now we did our little plastic net weld there. Now we can just go ahead and go along the rest of it. yeah, I've been really just wiped out, working on the farm and everything. It really, really took a toll on me. And then when I came back, work had me working pretty good. I had made some good overtime just in one day. So I put like a 12-hour day and I'm just standing and working on at work. So I've been beat these last 2 days. I feel a hell of a lot better today. Not so wiped out. So I figure I'm going to try and get this done. Get it fitted. I don't know if I'll get it fitted tonight, but at least we'll get this put together. And then once I get it up there and get that final test fit, because I think this is the last one. Once it's done, I'm going to leave this stuff alone, the diffuser alone, for a little bit. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go to finishing off the body work on the back there, because I really need to finish up getting the car done. So now this, once this is fitted up in there, then I won't have to worry about taking it up and down, off and on, and anything like that. I won't have to worry about scratching the new paint and everything like that. So let's finish. You know, we need to finish that car, get it done, and because we're close with all the body work and getting it done. This will put me right there. So see, it holds it really, really tight. This is what I found works the best. Keeping it to, you know, strength together. I used to, like I said, I used to hot glue it together, and that was fine holding the pieces together, but you know, for just a temporary, until I went over and did my little plastic weld. So the hard part is just holding this into place and getting that first initial plastic weld. Let this one sit a little bit. You know, and I'm very thankful for Wing for doing this, printing these out for me. That was super, super nice of him, and kind of showing me how to do this all. You know, the plastic weld, I saw someone else doing this, and I figured I'd try it that way, because he said that it worked really good for him doing it that way. Okay, let's go ahead and just add another little. Let's hold that in place. Doing that, let's add another little be honest, I can't wait till this is done. This will look, I think, really, really good. Alright, I can feel it starting to harden it up a little bit, so as I'm holding it. That's basically what we're going to do, you know. So now it's getting nice and tight. See how it just starts strengthening up as you go along. All right. And I don't know if you guys remember, but James with the Fiero, that's going to be his play car. Oop, went right through. That's going to be his play car, basically. He went and bought. They went and bought him another vehicle, and so maybe we'll see it in a few days. A fairly brand new one. I can't remember exactly what it was. I think it's the. God, I'm going to butcher it. I know. I think it was one of those new sporty like Ford Focuses. And a manual car, so he's learning to drive it. So good for you, James. And I hear that you're wearing all my merch, so that's pretty cool. When you go around places, I hear you wearing my merch. So thanks very much. That's cool. Wearing my shirt around. Said it's always nice to see a little bit of support for what I'm doing. So all right, okay, just one more over. It's a little thin right through there, but we got to be a little careful. Alright, so I'm going to leave off there, and let me try and put it all together, and then we'll come back and you can see some more. Okay, so we're a little bit over halfway done. Looking pretty good. I printed a little short on this gap right here. I don't know why, but it kind of just printed off a little bit. No big deal though. I mean, it's literally just tiny bit. And I will put a layer of fiberglass over both sides anyway to make it a little more sturdy, because see, we don't want it to snap off or anything like that. So if we just put maybe 2 layers of fiberglass going over, that'll hold it real tight, and then I can go and smooth it all out and everything. Of course, here's the back end. We're gonna bolt up. So anyway, I thought I'd show that before it gets too dark, and I'll come back when it's done. All right, it's all put together. I know it's a little dark, and I'll show you what it looks like next time in better light. I can move it over actually in the light. So let's see. I can almost lift it with one hand. That's how light it is. Let's move it on top of the trash can. Let's see if that... Gives a little bit better light. Oh yeah, that's much better. So there we are. Hey, that's looking pretty damn good, isn't it? Yeah, I think that's gonna look really, really good. Tomorrow I'm gonna fit it up in there, and I'll probably have to adjust the holes just a smidge like I did on the other ones. I tried my best, and of course my holes are a little different on here. When I make a 3D, or when I release this, because people seem to be interested in downloading this and doing it themselves, I'll go ahead and put holes there, and that way you'll have this, and then you can hold it up there, drill the holes into the body, and then make your mounts and brackets be easier that way. I kind of went all opposite and backwards with it, but now that it's all done, yeah, that looks way better than that fiberglass one. So thank you, Wing, again for doing that for me. And said we'll come back in a day or two whenever I get time, and I'll do the test fit. This should be damn close to where I should be able to make it work no matter what. So all right, guys, see you next time, and good night.